Welcome to the Draft Professor, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jim. I am here with Silu. Silu, this is your first Draft Professor podcast. I would like to say welcome to the channel. How are you this afternoon?
I appreciate it. I'm doing good. It's still kind of, well, it's not too early for me. It's 12 o'clock, but I'm doing good. Just got done moving around, went and worked out this morning. So I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Thanks for having me on too, man.
Cool. Oh, it's good to be on, and I'm glad that we were able to schedule this. We're the West Coast. I live not that far from Indianapolis, ironically, but I am not a Colts fan. But we're going to be doing some Colts mock drafts. But before we dive in and actually doing the mocks, what do you think Colts need to accomplish?
You said, what do I think? What?
The Colts will have draft.
So really, I feel like in this draft they're probably going to get a lot younger on the defensive side of the ball, especially the front seven. So I feel like that's something that they're going to accomplish this draft: getting younger in the front seven, getting more speed in the front seven. Especially after trading Zaire Franklin yesterday, definitely got to go get some linebackers.
Okay. So we are going to pull the simulator up here in a moment. And we're going to do some Indianapolis Colts mock drafts. The Colts don't have a first round pick as a result of the Sauce Gardner trade. So we're going to start with what's known as a second round challenge. So a second round challenge is 10 unique 2-round drafts. Silu is going to talk through 10 different scenarios that he thinks the Colts may do in round 2. So is there somebody that you're hoping falls?
Yeah, there's a couple players I hope fall. Zion Young being one of them. So hopefully he is there. He's edge rusher. Let me see.
Zion Young went 35
Oh
to the
no, he
Colts.
went to Tennessee. Yeah, went to the Titans.
That's a division rival. Yeah, that's a double negative, right?
Yeah, that's a double negative for sure. Can you click on edges for me? The edge rusher
Sure.
position.
So Mesidor's here. Akis is here.
Oh,
Kamara, Dennis Sutton.
give me Messidor. I didn't think Messidor would be there. I'll take a king.
Okay. Like that.
That's a
We'll
positive for
keep
me. I'm a Hurricane fan, so I'm happy he's there. Bring him to the Colts.
awesome. So the simulator immediately starts the second mock. In the second mock, it makes sure that Mesidor is off the board for you. So
Okay.
we're at pick 47, and I'll just verify here that Zion Young, yeah, he's still going to the Titans. So anybody else that you'd like at pick 47 for the Colts?
Yeah. Oh, can you go back to the edges real quick?
Sure.
I just want to see if somebody's there.
The boards will usually be consistent, plus or minus 1 or 2 players. So, what edges do you have a second round grade on?
Gabe is one of them. Other than that, I'm not really too high on Derek Moore. I'm trying to think. Can you go to the linebackers for me?
Romello Height and Barham and
Romello's
Lawrence are all here.
Yeah, Romello is there.
And then Anthony Hill and Jake Golday and Taurine York are there as linebackers.
That's tough. All right, so that's tough. Trying to think. As edge, I wouldn't mind Gabe or Romello Height. I just don't know if the Colts would take Romello just because of his size.
Okay.
Like,
Tiernan and Blake Miller are here.
You said Blake Miller?
Correct. In round 2. Colton
I'm gonna
Hood is
go.
here.
I see Pons is there too. I'm gonna go Anthony Hill Jr., the linebacker from Texas.
Okay. Simulator's immediately starting the third mock. It finishes the second one, starts the third one. When you get to the third one, Mesidor and Anthony Hill are
Oh,
sniped before your pick. R. Mason Thomas dropped,
ooh.
and I'm looking to see where Zion Young is. Zion Young this time went
To
to
the
the
Cardinals. Oh shoot, I'll take R. Mason Thomas actually. If he's there, I'm taking him at 47.
See, sometimes they're easy. Sometimes
Yep.
it's that player that's at the top that dropped.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're in the fourth mock. In the fourth mock, Zion Young still being
Cardinals.
taken. Mesidor,
Ambassador's
Anthony,
gone.
R. Mason Thomas, snipe before pick 47.
See, that makes it even easier. I'll take Jake Gallaudet from Cincinnati, top of the board.
That's my favorite pick for the Colts.
Yeah, I
Like,
love Jake.
yeah, high RAS score. So, that's a safe pick when I'm doing a mock for the Colts. We're doing the
Yeah,
fourth mock. Mesidor, Hill, Thomas, Golday off the board before pick 47.
dang.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So we are going to build the worst case scenario for the Colts in round 2.
All right. So if all of them
It
are
only took
gone,
4 mocks to get that reaction, Steven.
yeah, if they're all gone, can you go to the edge
Yeah.
position? I just want to at least see who's there.
So, and
Okay.
this board is based upon user behavior. So this is not the site board. So, for example, Derek Moore being that low just simply means nobody's picked him.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I think like Malachi Lawrence is here, Jayshon Barham is here.
Romello Height's still
47
there.
might be too rich for Romello Height.
Yeah, I think so too. Can you go to linebacker real quick?
Sure.
Aiden Fisher, Terrain York, Kyle Lewis is there. I think that's kind of high for Kyle Lewis. That's the TCU
Rodriguez is
linebacker.
here.
Rodriguez is there. I know that'll make a lot of Colts fans happy if we pick. I know that'll make a lot of Colts fans happy.
Do you have Rodriguez graded high enough to take a 47?
I would no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want him at 47. I'm gonna go back to the edge and I'm gonna take Gabe Akis at 47.
Okay. And I like how this is becoming a challenge. There's a reason why it's called a second round challenge.
Yeah.
I like how you're looking, okay, your guys at one position weren't there and you have to flip to another position. That's exactly the types of discussions this is designed to create. So Mesidor, Hill, Thomas, Golday, Akis off the board
Is
before 47.
Zion's off the board, I'm pretty sure too, huh? Zion Young. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Titans again.
Yep.
Okay, so with them being off the board, let's see. See, that's the thing with them being off the board now. I kind of want to go receiver because I don't know what's going to happen with Alec Pierce.
You got some good receivers. I could see Brazel being a Colt.
Yeah, I can too, and I actually met him at the airport as I was leaving the combine.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and I told him, I was like, look, man, I hope you come to the Colts, but I don't know if you're gonna drop the 47. But yeah, actually give me Chris at 47.
Okay. I like it. Like if you can't go linebacker or edge, you pivoted to a different position.
Yep.
I like the way that you think. So we're doing the 7th of the 10 mocks. Your favorite players have all been sniped before your pick. So Mesidor, Hill, Thomas, Golday, Akis, Brazel. Sniped before 47.
All snipe. Now, if he's not there, let me see.
Kristen Miller is here.
Georgia.
Correct.
Let's go to safety real quick. Feel like we
Amari
already did
Ramsey,
safety.
AJ Holsey, Michael Taft, Jalen Husky, Genesis Smith, all here in round 2. Jalen Kilgore is also here in round 2.
It's a bit early for them. You know what? He's not high on my board for the second round. He's a third round for me, but I'll go ahead and take oh, is he there? Yeah, I'll give me Rodriguez.
It took you a while to dig. Again, I like how you think. And that's exactly how this exercise is supposed to go. So I need to see, Lou, by the way, I need to give you props because you signed up to podcast, or I reached out so you could podcast, but you had no idea what you were walking into. So you're a really good sport about this.
Hey, look, I love it. I love draft content, all of that. So I'm always well prepared for that.
Okay, so at pick 47, if all of your favorite players are off the board, where do you go next? Emmanuel McNeil Warren in this one dropped to 47.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give me, yeah. If
Okay.
he's there, I'm taking him.
Right? And there was a reason he was at the top of the board. You're not the first one to take him to the Colts if he drops.
Yeah. He's there. I'm on it right there.
Okay. So we have 2 more to go. Thoughts on what you would do if McNeil Warren, Rodriguez, Brazel are off the board?
Let's see.
Any other round 2 wide receivers that you like? Like, do you like Chris Bell, or you don't think Chris Ballard would take an injured receiver?
Oh no, that's right up Chris Ballard's right up his alley. Take injured players. But I mean it's an ACL, so I'm not too concerned about it. But
Ted Hurst is also here in round 2.
Yeah, Ted.
So is Jeremy Bernard. So is Elijah Surratt.
What's there at edge?
Josephs, Overton, Kamara, Dennis Sutton, Derek Moore.
I'm not taking any of them in the second round.
Malachi Lawrence is also here.
D-line.
Orange and Miller.
I feel like that'll be too early to take McClellan.
Lee Hunter is also here in round 2.
I feel like that'd be a bit early to take defense tackle, especially we just traded for one yesterday. Can you go back to receiver, or actually, can you go to quarterback real quick? I just want to see who's there.
Beck, Green, Alar, Robertson, Klubnik.
All right, go to receiver for me. We're just gonna go ahead and take a receiver. Branch, Skylar Bell, Thompson, Jacob Lane. I feel like that's a little too early for him. You said Ted Hurst was still there, right?
He was, yes. So is Bernard. So is Surratt. So is Antonio Williams.
We lose Alec Pierce. I'll take Ted Hurst. It's probably early for him in the second round, but I need that speed on the outside if Alec Pierce isn't there anymore.
I don't think that's early.
You don't think it's early?
Based upon where everybody else is taking them when we do these podcasts, I don't think you're early. Now, you may have gotten a gift on this one because Trotter dropped to the Colts pick.
Oh, yeah. That's a layup.
Right? And there's a reason they're at the top of the board. If they're the most frequently picked player when the board falls that way, there's a reason they're at the top.
Yeah.
So the way that I design the simulator is when you pick a player, they move up.
Okay.
And then the players that you skip move down a little bit. So the
Oh,
more
okay.
a player is picked, the higher they are on the board.
Got
Okay.
A's for the first, what, 4 picks? First four
Yep.
picks.
So all of the grading is group think.
Mm-hmm.
So A plus for like Emmanuel McNeil Warren and Trotter means that if they're available, they're the most often picked player. They're at the top of the board.
Okay.
So in those situations, they were at the top of the board.
Yeah.
The D simply means you are probably the first Colts person to draft that player to the Colts in that round.
Okay.
Okay.
Ain't bad.
And the more often they're picked, the better your grades will be.
Better the grade to go. Okay.
Right. And like I said, it's all a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've always said grades don't mean anything, but every draft simulator has a grade. So I had to come up with a grade that didn't mean anything, that is okay to podcast about and laugh about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So take a deep breath, Silu. We just did 10 Colts mocks. We did 10 mocks in about 15 minutes. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah. So, like, I don't think that it's bad or anything, but again, you didn't know what we were doing when we were chatting on the podcast. So, I appreciate you rolling with the punches.
Yeah, no problem.
So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on this thing called Fanatic Mode. I'm bumping it up to 8. We have 4 rounds. So, that means we're going to do 8 4-round Colts mocks, and Silu and I will not be able to pick the same players twice. So what that means is that we're going to go and we're going to do a round 2, 3, and 4 pick. The second mock, those players will have been sniped from us, so we won't be able to pick them.
They won't be there. Okay.
So we start the mock. Notice how Anthony Hill Jr. is above Colton Hood right now.
Yeah.
You did that. With what we did in the second round challenge, that's how Hill got to the top of the board.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll take Anthony Hill Jr. right here then.
Okay. So you took Anthony Hill Jr. in round 2. What are you thinking you want to do in round 3?
Round 3, can you go to the edges? There.
Joseph's, Barham.
Dang,
My favorite here is Barham. I don't know where are you on Jayshon Barham?
I haven't even really looked at any of his film. So
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with him. Where's he at, or what school is he at?
He's in Michigan. So
okay, Michigan. Okay.
He started at Maryland. He was an edge, transferred to Michigan. He played a year or 2 at Michigan as an off-ball linebacker. Then this year, Michigan moved him back to edge. He had a faster 10-yard split than David Bailey.
Oh, wow. When they were on the 40 this year?
Yes.
See, I know everybody's been hyping up Derek Moore because I think Derek Moore had like 10 sacks or something this year. But when I watched Derek Moore's film, I just didn't. I don't know. It didn't do anything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to watch some Barham.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch or turn the Michigan film back on and watch some of him. Can we go to safety?
Yep.
I know what I took a linebacker, so we good there.
Taft, Husky,
Husky,
Fitzgerald, Smith are all here. So is Jalen Kilgore. So is Bud Clark.
We go to receiver.
Branch, Bell, Thompson. Malachi Fields is still here. Eric Rivers is still here.
Ted Hurst gone already.
Hurst is gone. Antonio Williams is here in round 3. So is Bryce Lands.
This might be a little early, but I'll say Jacoby Lane.
I don't know that it's early. I think this is his range. I think
Yeah,
Lane is going to be, his range is late round 2 to round 4.
yeah, so that's kind of where I have them 3 and 4. So, I'll take Lane right there then.
Okay. And then if you take Hill and Lane, what would you do in round 4?
Round 4, can we go to safety?
Husky is here. Wheatley is here. Wheatley feels like a Colt.
Yeah, I like Wheatley a lot. Um, where's the or at edges? Can we go to edges real quick? That's who it's going to be between safety and edge for me.
So Josephs and Kamara are probably my best available for me. And again, we have different boards, so you're under no obligation to agree with me.
Yeah. Bud Clark is this is edges. Um,
Max Llewellyn is also here in round 4.
that's from Iowa, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Um, I'm just bet on Ballard to go into the free agency and get some edges. If we can go back to safety, and I'm going to take Wheatley.
Okay. So that should finish this mock.
Yeah,
The simulator is immediately starting its next mock. And there'll be the same kind of thing where Anthony Hill is going to be sniped before your pick.
yeah. Lane, Hill, and Wheatley will all be gone, huh?
Yep.
Oh, but it put him right up there. R. Mason
So
Thomas.
is that who you like?
Yep, that's who I like right there.
When you're picking the player at the top of the board, it means that the people who did mock drafts before you and you agree.
Okay.
Okay, so when you get to round 2, Jacoby Lane has been sniped before your pick.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Excuse me, this is round 3. So what would you do in round 3 if Jacoby Lane is off the board?
Can we go to linebacker?
Fisher, York, Lewis, Daniels.
Lewis.
Elarm's Orr, to me, feels like a Colt. I'm curious, have you graded him yet?
Yeah, I mean he's actually. So I did a mock draft last night. I did a mock draft late last night, and he was actually one of the linebackers I picked because I took 2 linebackers, Anthony Hill Jr. and him, but I got him in like I want to say the 5th round or something like that. I think he was there. For this one though, since Kyle Lewis is there, I do want to take Kyle Lewis. So to me, I feel like he kind of fits 2 needs for the Colts. And I think he has some versatility where he can play linebacker, but he can also possibly be like that box safety or that nickel or something type player.
Okay. And then when you get to round 4, after taking R. Mason Thomas and Kyle Lewis, where does your head go?
Wide receiver. Who's there? We got Eric Rivers.
Burks feels like he's a Colt.
Burks. Burks.
Chris Hilton.
I like Deion Burks.
I like Stribling.
That's who I was just thinking about right there. Is Stribling. I'll take Stribling right there in the 4th round.
Okay, and I'm loving this because this is the second podcast today that we got to talk about Stribling. So Deshaun Stribling, if anybody listening to the podcast is not familiar, he was at Oklahoma State, transferred to Ole Miss. Definitely watch his Oklahoma State tape. Don't just judge him on Ole Miss. And remember that Ole Miss had quarterback issues early in the season, so you can't stat scout him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I remember I was watching his film one night, or I was watching his film, or either I was watching the game or something like that. I think it was one of the playoff games, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, he's intriguing. So I went and started watching his film, and I was like, yeah, I like him a lot. And then when I got to the combine and he ran a 4.39, I was like, oh, that's like let's go.
So I don't think enough people are talking about Stribling. Like on the consensus board, he's in the 200s.
Yeah.
But there's draft professors that have him fringe top 100.
I mean,
So
I can see it because, like you said, you can't stat scout him because of Oklahoma State. I don't know the last good quarterback they've had. Um, then you get to like you said, Ole Miss had quarterback issues for a while. Um, so you can't really look at him or Harrison Wallace and just be like, oh, were their stats were this. You got to actually watch their games.
yeah, and also if you look at how he's used in an offense, he's big enough to play X. So I believe he's what, like 6'1", 205 pounds. He has the 4.39 speed that you mentioned. But in addition to that, he's been used in the backfield. He's been used in the slot. He's been used on the boundary. So he is a chess piece for an offensive coordinator to move around. My
Yeah,
opinion is a player like that will knock it out of round 4. All of the
yeah.
4-3 receivers are going to be drafted before the end of round 4. So be familiar with who they are, in my opinion, because we're going to hear their names called
Called real
really
early.
early.
Yep.
Yep.
Earlier than people expect. So
Well, it's because nobody's talking about him, right? Because he's
yeah,
not one of like the top 10 guys. So very few people talking about it. But I love the fact that you and I were converging on Stribling on that one.
yeah.
Okay, so in this mock, Anthony Hill and R. Mason Thomas are off the board before pick 47.
But I see my guy Jake right there at the top, so I'm gonna go
Okay.
Jake all day.
And it's
Oh, hold on.
Gold Day over Akis and Mesidor.
That's what I was just looking at because I didn't know Messidor was there.
Yeah, here, I'll give you, there's a good snapshot of the edges and linebackers.
Okay.
So like you can see Rodriguez has moved up. He was a lot lower, and now he's 53rd on the Colts board. Just from you picking him in one mock draft, he moved up that high. So
Yeah.
I have an algorithm to decide how high to move him. And that algorithm is a work in progress, but it still does work pretty good. So
I'm gonna take Messidor here.
okay.
I
So
know
we're gonna
he's
go,
older, but we need an edge.
so we
I'm
go
gonna just hope.
Mesidor in round 2. What are you thinking in round 3? And sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Linebacker is what I'm thinking in round 3. So I'm hoping. You know what? I will. Can you go to safety real quick?
Yep.
I know Kyle Lewis is in there because he got sniped probably right before. Yep, he got sniped.
Yes, he did. Yep. Lane and Lewis sniped before you're on the clock at 78.
Okay.
I like Husky. Where are you on Husky?
I like Husky too. I like him too. I don't know if I want to pick him in the third. Well, this is the third. It's the third round. Because I keep forgetting we don't have a first round pick. So
Yep.
um, between him and the TCU linebacker.
Elarms or yep.
Uh, I'm gonna go linebacker. I'm gonna go or.
Okay. So this one's Mesidor, Elarms or. What will you do, or what are your thoughts in round 4?
Let me go to receiver real quick.
I think Rivers and Benson and Burks have the athletic testing that the Colts like.
Yeah, and I like Malik Benson's film, and I like Burke's film too. Um, there's a lot of good things Burks does. Can we go to safety real quick?
Yep.
Depends on who's there at safety.
Taft, Husky, Fitzgerald are all still here.
I'm gonna take Husky. I'm gonna take Husky right here.
Okay. It's very defensive heavy on that one. Mesidor, Elarms or Husky.
Yeah, because if if we let Nick Cross walk and we don't bring him back, then safety I could definitely see us drafting within the first 3 rounds, and then taking a receiver later. There's still some late round receivers that I like too.
Okay, so now we're doing the 4th of the 8 mocks for the Fanatic mode.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna take Jake right here with our first pick.
Okay. Take Golday in round 2. In round 3, it's going to snipe all of your favorite round 3 players. So you
Yep.
will see in round 3, you'll see Lane, Lewis, Elarn Zor sniped before pick 78.
That's rough. Um, can we go
That's
to
the idea. We still have
yeah,
4 more to go.
yeah. Can we go to edges?
Yes. So edge, Kamara, Llewellyn,
Is
Barham.
is Barham there still?
Barham is here in round 3. This is his range. He's going to go somewhere between round 2 and 4. I think it's going to be closer to round 2 than it will be round 4. But it's not like Michigan was the last 2 years has been setting the Big Ten on fire. Maybe
Yeah.
they've set Ohio State on fire, but not the Big Ten as a whole.
Not the Big Ten altogether. Let me see. Actually, I'll take his counterpart here. I'll take Derek Moore right here.
In round 3.
'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Derek Moore in round 3. And then right
I
here,
like that. You bias your picks to who you've watched. And
yeah,
let me know if you ever get a chance to look at Barham. Let me know which one you like better.
yeah, I will. I will for sure.
So Golday and Derek Moore in rounds 2 and 3.
Now I'm gonna
Safeties, which are here, include
And it's
Lewis
there.
Moore. Deshaun Singleton may have the athletic testing that would indicate that he could be a Colt. I don't know where you have him graded. And round 4 might be the. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I actually like the Oklahoma Spears or the Oklahoma safety Spears
Yes.
Jennings. I'm gonna take him right here.
I like his athletic profile for the Colts too.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
and he has some versatility where he can play in the box or he can play back.
Okay, so now the simulator is starting the 5th of the 8 mocks. And again, these will get harder because especially there's probably not 8 day 2 linebackers.
Yeah.
Right? So like in this case, in this example, Golday and Hill are off the board before pick 47. So is R. Mason Thomas and Mesidor. What would you do?
So right here, I'm gonna go Kamari Ramsey from USC.
Okay. And then what are you thinking you're going to look for in round 3? Linebacker or edge?
It'll probably be edge right here.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the linebacker board.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe Harold Perkins. The edge board. I mean, Barham is still here, so he's always going to be where my eyes go because I think that would be a good pick. Llewellyn maybe, Kamara maybe.
And see, that's actually where I was gonna go. Probably Barham right here, just because last time I took Derek Moore, so yeah, I'm gonna take Barham right here. Then right here in round 4, round 4.
Yep.
I'm gonna go receiver. Bell,
Rivers or Benson
Benson,
or Burks.
I'm gonna take Benson. I'm gonna take Malik Benson. I like Malik Benson.
Okay. And by the way, if I'm telling you the players that you wouldn't take, it's okay to tell me you don't have them graded there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I like Malik Benson a lot, so him being there was good.
Yeah, I think that's a name that's going to get more love once a team drafts him. I'm probably drafting him in round 3 of all of my dynasty drafts.
Yeah,
he's going to need a year, but he has the speed to take the top off of a defense.
Yeah, and he's still a good size because I think he measured in probably like 6'6", 6'1" or something like that. And like you said, he has the speed to take the top off the defense. And I think his route running is a lot better than people might give him credit for too.
Yep.
So I like him there. Okay, so we in this.
This is the 6th of the 8. So we've got this one and 2 more.
Well, this is easy right here.
Take the guy at the top.
Yep, guy at the top.
I was pretty sure I knew who you were going to take in that one.
It was either him or Gabe Hawkins. So
okay, so then we get to round 3. Skylar Bell is here, and I believe Bryce Lance is here.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's go to edges real quick. Actually, no. We can go back to receiver. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Skylar Bell here. Here.
That feels like a good Colts pick.
I got an idea.
Tests really high athletically.
Yeah. I like Skylar. His film is amazing too. His film is amazing. This guy is here in the 4th round. I know this player will make a lot of Colts fans happy.
You're looking for an edge or a linebacker?
Linebacker.
Aiden Fisher.
Yep. Aiden Fisher.
And just for the record, Silu and I met 5 minutes before the podcast. I don't know what players he likes, but I'm getting a vibe. So that's one of my gifts. I just know people what types of players they like in the draft, and I can begin to figure out sometimes which players they go. And Aiden Fisher played college football at Indiana, so I'm sure he's a local favorite. So
yeah, they love him up there. Like I said, I'm a Hurricane fan, so it's bittersweet, but you know, I like good football players, so I'm here for all of them. Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter, he's right there.
Okay, so this is the 7th of the 8 mocks that we're doing for Fanatic mode. That's Josiah Trotter in round 2.
Can we go to receiver? Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot Skylar Bell.
Williams or Lance? Like, where are you on Bryce Lance? Are you day 2 or day 3 on him?
If I picked him, it would probably be day 3.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Reggie Virgil are like my day 3 picks if they're there.
Do you think Antonio Williams could be a Colt in round 3?
I don't think because we still have Josh Downs, I don't think he really because I think he'll probably play more in the slot.
Okay.
Deion Burks is one of those players where I still don't necessarily know where he'll play, outside or inside, and I think he could play both. Oh, he is there still. Okay. But then like the big body guys like Bryce Lance, Reggie Virgil, Ted Hurst, like those guys are kind of like the guys that I would want on the outside, especially because they have good speed too. And again, my way of thinking is replacing either Michael Pittman Jr. or Alec Pierce if he's not going to be here next year. But yes, Bud Clark is there.
This is round 3.
This is round 3, yeah.
Where are you on Michael Taft?
I'm not as high on Michael Taft. I don't think he's a bad player. I'm just saying, like, for us, I'm not as high on him.
Okay.
There's other guys that I like above him. Bud Clark is one of them. Bud Clark had a hell of a Senior Bowl showing too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Bud Clark here.
So this is Josiah Trotter, Bud Clark. What do you think you're going to do in round 4?
Wide receiver. I'm going to go wide receiver here.
You have your eye on one of them?
I want to see if Reggie Virgil's still there.
He should be. It's just probably not on the first page. Yep, he's right here.
Reggie Virgil.
I like it. Make sure you get your guys.
Mm-hmm.
You are, I think, out of all of, again, I'm doing these podcasts for 32 teams. You're the first one to mention Reggie Virgil on a podcast when we're doing the mock. So tell everybody about your guy, Reggie Virgil.
Yeah, so I mean, I like his size. He ran what, a 4.4 something at the combine, or maybe it was a 4.5. I can't actually remember, but I like his size. I mean, I really when I found him was during the Senior Bowl, and I was watching like the practice film and stuff like that. Um, his releases, just the way he attacked the ball and everything. So then that got me going to go watch some of their film at Texas Tech, watching the offensive side of the ball. Um, and him and his counterpart, I forget the other guy's name.
Romello. Is it Romello?
No, that's the defensive end. What is his name? Hold
I'll
on.
find him. Romello Brinson.
No, not that one. There's another
Caleb Douglas.
guy.
Caleb
Caleb
Douglas.
Douglas. Yep, Caleb Douglas. Yep, that's him. So watching their film, it's just like Reggie Virgil stood out to me, and not a lot of people are talking about him. And I mean, I get it, but like wide receiver is the thing that I play wide receiver in college, and like that always be my main focus, especially during draft time. So yeah, I love Reggie Virgil's game.
Okay. Love you calling out one of your guys. This is the 8th and final mock, Silu.
And I see my guy is there, so I'm gonna take Gabe Akis out of Illinois.
Gabe Akis. He is the same Taekwondo coach as Lawrence Taylor.
Oh,
So we had an Indiana, excuse me, we had an Illinois TV broadcaster come on and do some Illinois team previews with us. These are guys that cover Illinois every week. They're in the locker room. So they've interviewed Akis numerous times, and they're talking about he has the same Taekwondo coach as Lawrence Taylor. So interesting draft professor fact for you there.
Yeah, he might have some hands.
So
Yeah,
after Akis in round 2, is there any other round 3 linebacker here for you? Like, is Kendall Daniels round 3 for you?
Nah.
Okay. Torian York.
I like Torian York. He's just tiny. He's small. I like Torian
Probably
York.
not a Colt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be in Indy. I do like Deontay Lawson. And you go to receivers.
Yep. So round 3 wide receivers. Thompson and Rivers are here. We've already talked. And there are people that are taking Bryce Lance in round 3 now. So the athletic testing definitely has pushed Lance into round 3. Your call if you would do that.
So it's going to be between him, Lawson. The thing with Lance is, I think he falls in the same category with Alec Pierce when Pierce first got into the NFL, where he was still kind of raw with his route running, but the speed was good, and just some of the other things he can do with the ball in his hands. Can we go to safety real quick? Just want to see what's there, and I'll make my decision. Genesis Smith is still there. Jalen Kilgore, who from Iowa's there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Bryce Lance right here.
So it's Bryce Lance round 3 after Gabe Akis in round 2. What are you thinking as you enter round 4 here, Silu?
I'm thinking safety or linebacker here. Those are the 2 positions that I'm probably going.
So Lawson's still here. Daniels is here. Those are my best 2 that are available with Red Murdoch right behind.
Real quick. Oh, Torian York's still there too. The Lawson, Genesis Smith is still there. VJ Payne is still there. I'm gonna go Lawson because I think, I'm gonna go Deontay Lawson because I think you can probably still get Genesis Smith as somebody in the. if that's what it came down to.
Okay. So we get a little bit more colorful report card. You were definitely the first one to draft Derek Moore or Robert Spears Jennings to the Colts. So there's a reason that those grades are low. The more mocks you do on this simulator, the better your grades will be.
Yeah.
So, okay. So how much time do we have? Yeah, we have time. Okay. So I want to show kind of the power of how the simulator works. So home squad. So Daniel, good to see you. So Home Squad Sports, they podcast with Draft Professor, great high school recruiting content and great college football content.
Okay. I might have to follow them on YouTube because I coach high school football. So, if they do some recruiting stuff.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I can get both of you on a podcast together very easily.
Okay. Yeah, because I coach high school football up here in Washington. So yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a Seattle Seahawks mock. I picked Seattle because they only have 4 draft picks, so I don't have to make very many decisions. So I'm going to go Brazel. Just change things up a little bit. So I took Brazel in round 1, but the Colts took Anthony Hill Jr. You did that, right? He was not the highest on their board when we started.
Yeah.
I just saw the pick go, but I didn't see who it was. So in round 3, the Colts took Branch. That was not one of your picks. And then they need interior offensive line. I'm going to go Farmer. So Josephs went to the Colts in round 4.
Okay.
Llewellyn went in round 5. So then after I finish this, we were going to go look at round 7, 6,
They
and
got
5.
Reggie Virgil too.
Did they just take Reggie Virgil? I was pretty sure that the Colts will take Reggie Virgil because you are the first one that I've ever heard mention him on a podcast. So you see, Reggie Virgil went to the Colts in round 7.
Yep.
Right. So the Colts are taking your guy in round 7. Looking at round 6. Do the Colts have a pick?
Good.
Does not look like it right now. Round 5. Taylor Green. That was not one of your picks. I think Taylor Green is destined. If the Colts liked Anthony Richardson, they're going to like Taylor Green.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. That relationship soured so bad. I don't know how they.
But the relationship may have soured because of what was between the ears.
Yeah,
right?
It's soured because of the up top stuff. If Taylor Green is nothing like that, then they'll probably be good with him.
Okay, so the more mocks you do, the more you'll begin to see your players taken when you do a mock for a different team.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's all about picking them so they move high enough on the board. So, for example, somebody's picked Joshua Josephs enough that he was high. We would probably need to pick a few more edges below Joseph's to get a different edge that you like higher.
That makes sense.
Right? So that's kind of the way I designed the simulator. But Silu, how do you feel? You just did 18 Colts mocks in 49 minutes.
I feel good. I was in those first 3 rounds, or in our first 3 picks, I got a lot of the players that I like, that that I like, that I've had my eye on for a while. So shoot, I feel good about it. It worked out well especially once we got later, and McNeil Warren being there, I think on the either the 6th or the 7th draft.
Yep.
Gabe still being there on the 8th draft or whatever. So like it worked out to getting everything that I feel that we're going to do in the first 3 rounds, our first 3 picks, not the first 3 rounds, but our first 3 picks of the NFL draft.
Okay. So, Silu, do you want to take a moment, introduce yourself to all the Draft Professor followers, tell Home Squad about all the content that you make? And specifically, this is Daniel. So it's Daniel from Home Squad, even though it's just as Home Squad.
Okay.
But tell them who you are, how to find all your stuff.
Yeah, so I'm Silu. I played football from 8 years old all the way through college. So football has been a major part of my life for, the majority of my life. And then I started coaching high school football last year. So finally got my hat into that, or threw my hat into that, coaching receivers. This year, I'm taking over the offense. So I'm the offensive coordinator this year. So we're going to see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. But we're definitely going to see how that goes. But if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter. That's mostly where I'm at majority of the time. I drop content all over the social medias, but mostly I'm always on Twitter. And so as you can see on the screen, dropballs_FB. It was Drop Balls Pod, but I felt like I kind of wanted to rebrand a little bit because I'm not necessarily really doing a podcast that much anymore. So it's more so just dropping content, talking about football. You can find it there, or you can find it there on Twitter. You can find it on Instagram. I think it's the same thing on Instagram. On TikTok is Drop Balls Sports. And then, that's most of the 3 social medias I'm on. So if you want to get in contact with me, talk to me, check out the content, whatever. It's on all 3 of those platforms. That's pretty much it.
Cool. Well, I want to tell all of the Indianapolis Colts followers that we have Epic Mock 26, April 9th, 10th, and 11th. That is a 7-round, 3-day, 32 podcaster mock draft. So Home Squad on their podcast, for example, will have the Giants War Room and the Jaguars War Room. So they will be covering 2. So there's Daniel and Dalton. I had to make sure I got it's been a while since I've seen Dalton. But Dalton's a Giants fan, so they got the Giants War Room. And then Daniel has a really good board, and he's going to take care of the Jaguars for us. But we have 32 podcasters all over the world because there's at least one coming in from Europe. So we've got people who will be podcasting their war rooms. How are they making the decision? Because how you make the decision is more important than the decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, how you make that decision,
Yeah. So we've done Epic Mock. This is the 8th year that we've done it. This is the 2nd year we've done it with podcasts. It is the largest internet mock draft in the universe.
Okay.
Right. If they would let me have somebody podcast from the International Space Station, I would do it. But they may have more important science experiments than helping out with a 3-day mock draft.
Yeah.
But Draft Professors, otherwise, we are here every day at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. We have shows Saturday morning. We have shows Sunday morning. We also have one more show at 8 p.m. tonight. So for the 85 podcasters at the Draft Professor, for Silu and myself, thank you so much for watching. We will see you on a podcast again soon.